Hollywood will forgive a lot, but sometimes all it takes is one movie to completely change the trajectory of a career. One bad role, one massive box office flop, one performance that just doesn't land. And suddenly the momentum is gone. We're not talking about actors who slowly faded out. We're talking about careers that took a direct hit overnight. Because in Hollywood, you're only as good as your last movie. So the question is, were these actors actually the problem, or did they just get caught in the wrong movie at the worst possible time? Stick around because we're going to dive right in. Hey guys, welcome to Two Peas Out the Pod with Johnny and Shay.
What's up, guys? I think their manager got him into the worst films.
I think it's like YouTube. You're only as good as your last YouTube video. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you may be onto something on that,
Mm.
actually.
So, guys, we're going to do the top seven that we found that, really derailed these actors and actresses' careers. So, number seven is Taylor Kish and John Carter from 2012. Big budget for that movie, 250 million. It was one of Disney's biggest risks ever, but it was a major flop at the box office. Did you watch that one?
No, man, but
No.
I heard of it.
So what happened, Disney tried to launch him as the next big action star, and it was a huge marketing push, but audiences did not connect. It definitely hurt him. He was an unknown actor plus a massive budget, put all the pressure on him. Studio failure got tied directly to his name, and his aftermath was basically he lost leading man momentum and he had to shift to TV and smaller roles where he played in True Detective and Lone Survivor.
Man, yeah, I've seen that.
Number 6, Brandon Ruth in Superman Returns in 2006. Huge budget, once again, 200 million.
Yeah, but again, DC great at making television shows, but not the best at making movies.
So they underperformed compared to expectations. So what happened on this one? They took on an iconic role too early, basically, in his career. The film had mixed reception and lacked energy. So it hurt him because when Superman doesn't hit, the lead gets blamed and studios scrap sequel plans. The aftermath didn't get any other major leading roles, and he found success later in TV.
It's there's a television show called Arrow. That's what I was saying, that DC is good at making television shows like Smallville, for example. I could have swore I thought they came out with like I think Batgirl at one point. They're good at like making those better than making movies. Now, I will say this, the last Superman movie that came out, which, James Gunn did, that one was actually really good. Um I don't like the what is it, the Zack Snyder one, the I guess the Justice League one where he assembled them or whatever. Like, he's a great director, I would say that, but I mean, other than that, no. I
Mhm.
mean, that was not the best.
So number 5 is Elizabeth Berkley in Showgirls from 1995. Budget was 45 million and this film was critically destroyed on release. So what happened was she tried to break out of her teen TV image and she went all in on a very controversial role. It did hurt her. Performance became the focus of the backlash. Industry wasn't ready to accept that pivot. And the aftermath was that her career stalled almost instantly and she became a cautionary tale in Hollywood. Kinda like all these IRL streamers that we always see. The 1995 version of it.
Yes,
Did
yes,
you see that
definitely.
movie?
Showgirls,
Yeah.
I heard of it. My mom has probably seen it. Not
Mm. So, guys, that takes us to Johnny's video of the day, and while we're pulling that up, definitely, guys, consider like on the video, it helps us out with the algorithm, and consider subscribing.
Today's video is sponsored by Shay on this one.
What?
She's going to be going over demonstrations of. I want you to understand that this right here is called the actor or actress. This is supposed to be your agent, or, a great agent. And then this is when you're locked into a movie role right here. So we're going to go ahead and play this film. Let Shay finish the rest from here.
Yeah, so she's trying to get her "Get me out of here, get me out of here." And he's like, "Okay, go ahead. I got another movie ready for you. Go get the script. Hurry, run, run, run."
Exactly. So that right there is how Hollywood works, guys. Be careful.
So, guys, jumping back into the video, number 4 is Hayden Christensen, the Star Wars prequels from 2002 to 2005. This was a massive global box office, but very heavy criticism. So, what happened is he was cast as Anakin Skywalker in one of the biggest franchises ever. His dialogue and direction became widely criticized. It hurt him because the face of a fan basically disappointment was all on his shoulders, and internet backlash was relentless. The aftermath, he stepped away from all major roles, only recently returning via Disney Plus to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Damn.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but again, like I said, never was a fan of the first 3 episodes, but whatever. Can't really say too much on the last ones, but again, it's like you made it great at that time, but when you go trying to make another episodes in the early 2000s, is not the best, especially when superheroes was on the rise at the time.
Right.
So,
Oh, we didn't watch The Mandalorian today.
yeah, I know that,
Oh, well, you were having me watch an episode a day, so I figured we were gonna watch
I just
it.
an episode a day keeps the doctor away. So get your Mandalorian, acolyte vitamins a day. No, yeah, uh, what was I
You
saying?
were just saying superheroes were on the rise, and that's why
Yes,
it
yes,
didn't
yes,
hit.
sorry. Superheroes were on the rise at that time, and again, why'd you do that? That was the worst time.
Yeah.
I felt like you could have waited out at least a little bit more longer, because I believe at that point, that's when Disney bought you guys. So I guess when Disney bought you, but even when Disney bought you guys, you screwed up on the last ones.
Right.
So again, it's kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't type moments.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Sometimes I think they just they think they have a huge fan base that's gonna, like, watch it no matter what, but then it doesn't always work
Yeah,
out,
okay.
so
I will admit I'm one of those people. I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm just gonna be like, at least, like I said, you can't fuck up like you were just talking about Mandalorian. You can't fuck up something where it's just like no one really knows much about that society or even about how they work. So it's kind of that whole thing like Star Wars is the equivalent of like Wizard of Oz, but we have Mandalorian that's like Wicked.
Right.
So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, you get to see a little timeline and also learn a little bit about their culture and how they operate.
Right. So that takes us to number 3, guys. Army Hammer playing in The Lone Ranger in 2013. Huge budget again, 225 million. This one was a huge financial failure. What happened was they positioned him as a major breakout star, and the movie failed despite massive marketing. It hurt him because when a movie loses that much money, someone gets blamed, and he was the new face tied to the risk. So the aftermath for him was his career slowed significantly, and he had later controversies that ended it as well, but this was his first major hit. So,
Man,
cautionary tale.
jeez. They're just really hitting them with them left and right.
Number 2 is Mike Myers and the Love Guru in 2008. Let me guess, you like this one?
It was okay, cool. The thing is, I felt like first off, Mike
We'll hear
Myers.
out why it's bad first.
Okay, I'll hear it out.
So budget was 62 million and it was
Dang.
critically panned. What happened was they tried to recreate the magic of Austin Powers, but the humor didn't land at all. And it hurt him because comedy actors rely on momentum. So when the comedy failed, it failed loudly. The aftermath was he disappeared from leading roles and he shifted to voice work and smaller appearances.
Yeah, I was
So it was
just gonna
like a
say
sequel to Austin Powers?
it's it was the same kind of like
They? I'm just kidding.
all right, so I'm gonna the best way I can kind of get my point across on this one would be like there's a I guess a formula and a method, and if you look at how Austin Powers is, there's a method and formula. You get what I'm saying? From just watching the first one to the second one. You don't have to watch the third one or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Just by
Right.
seeing that, you can kind of like, okay, I got where this is going on there. Same thing with like if you look at The Simpsons, it's kind of like, all right, it has a central theme, central part, but then it's just like it has like little subtle over fruition jokes into it. Uh, Another
Right.
one would be Family Guy too. So it's just like there's a formula to it. I feel like that's just where that one was at.
And they missed the formula. It
Yeah.
wasn't the humor didn't hit.
Did not hit at all.
But you said
And
you liked it.
I thought it was okay for like a straight to DVD and
Oh,
like watching like on a you know
not
watch
62 million.
not 62 million. I felt like man, y'all guys could have did a lot better than that. You know what? I would have been like, you know what you could do with 62 mil? We can what's up with DreamWorks? Oh shit, we do Shrek. There we go. Let's make a lot more than that.
And that takes us to number 1, which, Johnny may have issue with here. It's Halle Berry and Catwoman in 2004.
I'm she was a great woman to voice Catwoman. How about that?
So the
But
budget was 100 million. It was widely considered one of the worst superhero films ever. But what happened was she came off an Oscar win of Monsters Ball, and the film completely missed expectations. It did hurt her because it was a huge contrast Oscar winner to critically slammed blockbuster, and she became a cultural punchline. The
mhm.
aftermath didn't end her career, as we know, but it significantly hurt her blockbuster credibility and
But
slowed
it's
her
okay. But
momentum.
it's okay. It's okay. Check it out. Check it out though. She did a hell of a job playing that Storm, the next one. So she did
She
better. She
redeemed
better.
herself.
She did better in Marvel. Now
Why did they think it was so bad? I've seen that one. I didn't think it was bad.
I didn't really think it was bad either. I just again I felt like it's Holly Berry though. Like at that point, I would have believed it. It's just I felt like she didn't need a standalone film. She could have at least like they could have did like a new Batman or something, or she could have been in a crystal. Well, I didn't like that they.
Mm.
Well, I guess. Well, I don't. They didn't really. I guess in the Chris Nolan one, there was no Catwoman technically, or was there a Catwoman? I don't remember, but um,
Well, maybe 2004 people weren't ready for a woman superhero film to be,
uh,
like the lead person. I mean, 20 years ago. Let's
Cause
see.
no,
I don't
because
know.
no, because right now I'm not. I don't want to sit here and try to like dig up like, okay, well, let's look at some women. Well, hold on, Xena the Warrior Princess. She was a female hero. Or if you want,
No, I'm
oh,
not saying there aren't female heroes. I'm just saying maybe that movie didn't hit because people didn't necessarily like that, she wasn't a kind of supporting character. You know what I mean? It was about her.
mm, no.
I don't know.
I thought Michelle Pfeiffer played a decent Catwoman. Remember in Batman Returns, the one with Michael Keaton, the old I think that was like 92 or 93. Yeah.
I think Michelle Pfeiffer played a great teacher in Dangerous Minds.
Yeah, she did.
I'm just kidding.
She scared me straight.
So, reasons why this happened, budget equals blame. So obviously the bigger the budget, the bigger the fallout. They want to, blame it upon someone and not who wrote the movie or who cast these people, but somebody else has to take the fall, out in the public eye. Marketing positioning. So if you are the face, you take the hit. Timing in your career, obviously an early flop is harder to recover from.
Yep.
And narrative versus reality. Sometimes the script and director fails, but the actor takes the blame. That's
Uh,
crappy, right?
That's true.
it should be the script and the director that takes the blame, not the actor.
Well, don't forget, just like how rappers have ghostwriters, some screenwriters and writers have like they have a team, but though that team is a bunch of ghostwriters that help them come up with that. So unless it's like you living on a mattress and writing your best freaking shit, then yeah, it's the only way you get some authentic. But I believe nowadays, most people they have a whole team.
So now we
Or
blame it on if it doesn't work out, now we blame it on AI. No, I'm just kidding.
well,
It's a joke.
I would no, because because you never know. You could be a great like screenwriter or something like that, but then you can kind of be like, oh man, I need to get this done, and you kind of probably procrastinated, but had like a lot of energy to kind of get like majority of your work done, but you just haven't really. I can't think of what makes it more realistic to close this ending of this chapter, this movie or whatever, and then you do other shit and shit happens, and then fucking the studio hits you up and you gotta fucking finish that one last thing. You're gonna use fucking Chat GPT, and people are gonna know like, oh man, god damn it, this guy fucking it was great all up until this point. Now we know that rest of this film was just Chat GPT. So there you go. There's laziness.
Well, I think too, I just think sometimes, like, people just aren't a fit for the role, you know? Like, they can be great at, like, whatever other movie or gotten an Oscar, all this other stuff, but then just some roles are just not. Like, so whoever is doing that part of it should be more blamed for it than the person, you know what I mean?
Well, I will say this. There's the I call it the hero effect. Um Like, remember we just saw a movie with, like, Mark Ruffalo and, I think it's, Crime 101, and it had Mark Ruffalo and also Chris Hanseman or whatever,
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth, yeah. It had him in it, and, I cannot unsee them as, like, Thor and Hulk,
Yeah.
and it's very hard for me.
But I watched
Y
that and I don't see them that way, so to me, it didn't bother me.
but it's just like I see them and all that, and I'm like, it's just like me watching a Rock film is like it makes me wanna do you smell what The Rock is cooking all the time, dude. I cannot unsee it.
Yeah.
John Cena, same thing, dude. I just cannot unsee it anymore.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's just how I feel. It's very hard for me to really I guess if and I mean that's just like a perfect another one example is like Jenna Ortega. Almost she's always gonna be known for just Wednesday. Like she can do like a phenomenal like win and I know her for only from Wednesday, dude.
Yeah. So, guys, when a movie flops, is it really the actor's fault? Or, like we've been talking about, should somebody else be to blame? Like this, whoever chose the cast, wrote the script, whoever wrote the movie.
Mhm.
um, and which one of these do you think got treated the most unfairly that we covered the seven? If there's other ones that you think we should have thrown in, let us know. Definitely throw it in the comments below and we'll check it out. And we will catch you on the next episode of Two Peas Out the Pod.
Peace out.